And we are back with our special guest, the former governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin. Now, Sarah, you were elected right here as the mayor of Wasilla, Alaska in 1996, yes?
Oh, yeah, it was a huge achievement in my early career. I love Wasilla.
Yeah, well, it's a great place to live if you can't live anywhere else.
And one of the first things I did was get rid of that new library.
Aren't books supposed to enlighten our minds?
But that's why we have Fox News.
Right. Then in 2006, you were elected the governor of Alaska, correct?
Ah, drill, baby, drill.
You know, most scientists say that drilling causes climate change.
What? You know, Tom Cruise is a scientist, so is John Travolta, and they're stupid. Besides, the more that ice melts, the easier it is for me to keep an eye on the Ruskies.
I can't believe that of all the people on this planet, John McCain picked you to be his running mate in the 2008 presidential election.
Well, that was a no-brainer. I'm a woman with a lot of spanks.
You mean spunk?
No, I mean Spanx. They hold your belly in. That's the only way to keep it together during a presidential run. You don't think Trump is wearing Spanx? You need to go back to Wasilla High.
I'm not the only one. So when Obama won the election, some say you were the reason McCain tanked, especially after the Katie Couric interview.
Well, Katie did a gotcha question. I had a brain fart.
You couldn't name one thing you read.
Well, I didn't know if Jack and Jill magazine counted, so I clammed up. But I am highly intelligent. Did you know that the vice president is the supreme boss of the Senate?
Lord, if you're listening, please help.
People don't elect U.S. presidents. God does. Oh, lots of people liked that zinger during the campaign. Second only to Obama palling around with terrorists.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You don't read books, but you wrote one?
Oh, you betcha. Going Rogue, An American Life. You know, maybe I'll make a movie based on my book. And I want Sarah Huckabee Sanders to play me, and her husband, Colonel Sanders, to play my ex-hubby, Todd.
So now Donald Trump is running for his second term as president. Are you going to campaign for him?
Nah, I'm too busy running for Miss Divorced America.
I swear, we're fighting two pandemics here, COVID-19 and stupidity.
Oh, that reminds me. I walked into a bar the other day and told the bartender, "I'll have a Corona, please. Hold the virus." And I'm pissed. He gave me the virus instead. Had to stay home 14 days with my dysfunctional family.
Yeah, you don't have to convince me that the Palins are crazy.
Oh, are you talking about that bar fight where my son Trek hit his father over the head with a beer bottle and fractured his skull? That was only playing.
Well, did your family seek counseling?
Oh, yeah. We called Pat Robertson. Smart man. He invited us on his show. You know, the 500 Club.
You mean the 700 Club. Hey, that reminds me of a joke that we used to tell around town. If you have a car, and inside that car is an Eskimo, Track Palin, and Todd Palin, who's driving?
I don't know.
The cops.
Aw, Jerry. Oh, speaking of Eskimos, let me tell you a little secret, and don't repeat this. Last month, my son Track knocked up an Eskimo girl.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not upset about the pregnancy, but she has snow crabs.
And she's done it again, folks. Thanks for the breaking news, Sarah. We gotta move on.
Oh, no.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you were nothing till I went on your show and accidentally talked about my family, and I still got things to plug. Oh, we didn't even talk about how Bristol almost won Dancing with the...
This is interesting. I have a call coming in from... Hello? Roseanne Barr?
Yeah, numbnuts. Heard you say on your show that actress Rita Moreno said I was a sorry excuse for a human being.
I did.
If I had poisoned Rita 30 years ago, I'd be out on parole by now. F you, Jerry.
Okay. Now, let's welcome from their respective basements where they're making a quick pit stop on the campaign trail just to recharge their engines, the independent senator from Vermont, Bernie Sanders, and Vice President Joe Biden, who is running for President of the United States. Good morning, fellas.
You know, I almost didn't make it. Thank goodness I found an earthworm who knew what rock you were under.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to Pete Buttigieg. Oh, hell, Mayor Pete, for endorsing me as president, and to Senator Amy Klobuchar. Thank you for delivering the state of Minnesota.
You know, it is so cold there that people go to the ice arena just to warm up, and I'm from Vermont. Ha! I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I'm here to campaign for Joe Biden. We can't afford 4 more years of Trump in the White House.
Well, you and Joe have your differences.
You better believe it, Bubby.
You want Medicaid for all, and Joe wants a public option, but people can stay on their own health plan. Right, Bernster?
Don't call me Bernster.
Sorry, Bern. Mr. Sanders. Anyway, so what will this cost the American taxpayer?
Not a nickel more than they're paying now. In fact, it will cost less and save 69,000 lives a year. We would spend $3 trillion, or about $460 billion less a year.
Where'd you get that figure out of Mad Magazine? Look, it would be fiscally irresponsible because you would have to raise the taxes on the middle class. The Medicare bill would cost $3 to $4 a decade. Well, I mean $300 to $400 per decade. Oh, shucks. I meant $30 to $40 trillion per decade.
Let me tell you a short story.
The show is only an hour, Mr. Sanders.
I'll make it quick. When I was a young boy...
George Washington was president.
Excuse me, I didn't interrupt you.
That's a first. Congratulations.
When I was a young boy, my father rushed me to the hospital for a tonsillectomy. The doctor removed my tonsils, and then he put them back in when he discovered my old man couldn't pay the bill. Thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness my neighbor had a pair of pliers. That is why I want Medicare for all.
No, that makes sense. But don't you think it's strange that you two fellas and Trump are in your 70s? Any new ideas coming through?
Yes. Well, Bernie and I share the same values when it comes to climate change. Now, Donald Trump and the Republicans are climate deniers, yet 97% of scientists say it's a fact. There's so little sea ice left that in the Arctic, the polar bears are hitchhiking to Wisconsin for an ice cube.
That was great. That was great. Hey, fellas, what did the polar bear eat after the dentist fixed his tooth?
The dentist.
How'd you know the punchline?
I wrote the joke.
I always appreciate Bernie's help.
Listen, I'll make sure Joe wins Florida. The bubbies love me. They think I'm Larry David. In fact, I look more like Larry David than he does. With my help in the states where Joe didn't win the primaries, Joe will be our next president.
Here's the deal. Trump has diarrhea of the mouth, and God only knows what comes out of his rear.
KFC and McDonald's. Flush hard, Donald. It's a long way to Mar-a-Lago.
Vote for Joe Biden, the lean, mean gaff machine. I'm fighting for the middle of the road, the little toad. The commode.
Look, I just got a notification here. Looks like Donald Trump just declared the Corona beer plant the epicenter of the coronavirus. This guy, I swear. Oh, wait, there's more. He called up the National Guard to quarantine Corona, California. The man is a stable genius. Very stable genius.
Genius!
Stable.
There's a fine line between genius and insanity. Trump erased the line.
Yeah, Trump is no genius. I heard he went to Walgreens and complained to the manager that the walls weren't green.
Oh, and by the way, Walgreens, if you're listening, lower your drug prices. I am using Viagra for my sunburn. It doesn't cure it, but it keeps the sheets off my legs at night.
Okay, Mr. Sanders, keep it in your pants. Now, Mr. Biden, why should you be elected president?
Because I will restore us to greatness both home and abroad. I will stand up for human rights, climate change, and make healthcare affordable. No more lies to the American people from the White House. We will be transparent.
We must elect Joe Biden. No more years of psychopaths in the White House.
And there it is. Well, my time's up here. That's been the Jerry Duncan Show. Catch you tomorrow, everyone.
The Jerry Duncan Show.
Oi, Göttin, I feel so hot and schwitzy. Oi.
You should have something to drink.
Yeah, maybe an egg cream.
Oh, I love a real egg cream. It takes me right back to my youth.
And maybe a nice pastrami sandwich with a lot of mustard, a crisp kosher pickle, and a cold bottle of water.
Why a bottle of water?
Guys, the call is over. Hang up the phone.
Oi, okay, I don't know how to turn this thing off. Sweetheart, do you know how to turn this thing off? I can't find the buttons.
Boo-boo!